Welcome to my second channel. As you can clearly see, this is the login screen for Tower Fantasy CN Reboot, or as Global has announced, this version will be Tower of Fantasy Classic Edition. So, let me first log in to show you guys all the difference that I have noticed, and hopefully I can show you it in game. Let it go, let it go. Hopefully logs in. So, let the loading begin. Excellent. So, now that we are loaded in, here is what it is. When you first log in to Tower Fantasy Classic or the CN Reboot Edition, when you go to do your gacha pull, for this one, you will not see this 80 total pull. Instead, you will see a 40 total pull. However, that 40 pull will guarantee you an SSR with with the 3 resonance you can choose. The default DPS attack resonance. 2. The tank resonance. 3. The benediction support resonance. And with the support and with the each of the 40 pulls, can you get SSR? Technically, yes. However, the 40th pull is guaranteed to have a DPS tank support SSR weapon you have wanted to have. However, here's a caveat. If you, as a player, don't do all the 40 pulls at once, and you quit like, oh, I did 10 pull or 1 pull, and you quit the gacha and come back, the default resonance that the beginner banner is attack resonance. So if you are going for tank and benediction SSR weapon, you are going to have to go and click on the DPS resonance and then swap it to your preferred resonant tank or benediction. Please be mindful. Don't be like me. I fucking forgot about it and I got a fucking Subozo, which I was like, I don't want a fucking attack resonance. I wanted a benediction weapon. Nemesis or Zero or Coco, okay? I don't want a fucking Subozo. I fucked up my CN Reboot account. I hope this doesn't happen to your account. Another thing that I have found that is different with the shop feature. As you right now can see, shop, we can get weapons that we don't own. So like, I don't, on my account, I don't have Fenrir. I can right now on my black gold go buy one copy of Fenrir, and I will have Fenrir. And just like how, however, unlike the original Tower Fantasy, it does not refresh per week. These weapons will only refresh per patch. So like once a month, you will be able to get these weapons with the whole shop be refreshed. And again, then let's talk about the dust shop. Dust shop, out of when you first start, you will only be able to buy gold with your blue dust. But as you character level up, as you can see, I am right now at like level 61. I am able to buy gold gear with my gold dust, purple gear with my purple dust, and so on, so on. My blue dust, I can either buy the coin or just buy all these gear for fodder, whatever. However, another way to buy it is the crew shop. As you can see, this crew shop, again, level 1, all you can buy is these two only. The gold stuff only start unlocking at crew level 4. So if you are, just be like, I want to join a crew, looking for crew in the reboot server, and there are some, go ask for a level 4 shop minimum where you can now get hands and arm. How level 5 gets you the chest piece, the shoulder, and the very, very much everyone should go for the boots. And then as always, you have, here's the support shop. Really nothing changed from classic. Here's the support, here's the PvP again. We don't have Veyron in this, so yeah, there's really no point in farming it other than the fact that if you want to get Ride or any of the visuals, sure, go farm PvP points in the the Global Classic Edition. Now, on to the character trait. So, normally with character trait, you would have, what the fuck is going on? You would be able to get, traits. As you can see, we in the reboot or Global Classic, we would likely not have trait. But let me show you what does happen when you do go freaking trait. So, 2000, on 2000, you get just stats, no traits, nothing. The next one is 4000. That's the trait. Let me show you again, 2000. As you see, again, for the ones that have 2000, every 2000 get you extra stat, which is worth about 60 gear score in the reboot. I don't know how Global Classic is going to scale it. Hopefully they stick with the same scaling. 60 gear score per 2000 awakening point, and 40,000 is the cap. So each character is worth at least minimum of 60 gear point. So and let me just show you again. You do, as you can see with this 2000, you need to be level 60 to go to 2000 and 4000. So basically you want to be leveling up all the weapons, even if you don't want them. They are going to give you stat and gear score, which I think if you want to min-max this Global Classic Edition, you're going to do that. And now, on top of Mia Food, hopefully Mia Food no longer gives you any EXP. Let me live demo it for you. Here it goes. Live Mia Food. As you see, come on, let's let the full animation go. This is all you get from Mia Food. No bots. So, if you're looking for bygones or whatever the Frontier Clash and VAs, you now no longer have to fish for Mia Food buff for the correct element buff. However, And now let's get back to looking at the character level. As you can see, character level. If you go past this, if your world level, I think again, nothing changed. If your world level is capped at server level, capped at like right now on CN as of recording is 62. We are 62. Anything EXP beyond will be thrown out. However, here's the interesting part. If your world level is like, hey, it is, so here's my current world level, level 65. 65 will be the character cap. However, on launch, the CN reboot, if the server level was level 66 and your world character level was maxed at like this, 65, any EXP you got from the level 65 onward, at launch would be thrown out. It would no longer progress. However, eventually, as right now of the latest patch of CN reboot, they do let you go past the character world level and slowly grind to the world level cap. Which, again, I hope this feature comes into global top reboot eventually, because this is pretty much, I think, is going to cause some player headache when they are like, hey, I don't meet the criteria gear score for this, and I am right now EXP capped as well. This able to carry on EXP at reduced rate. Yes, you're not getting full EXP. At least you will be getting, not wasting EXP, just having them throw out the door. As well as, another warning with gear score. Gear score recommendation is not a recommendation. It is a mandatory. If your gear score does not meet what it said, you are going to get, one, your weapons will no longer be as effective, so your shield breaking will be lowered. Your DPS, I couldn't really tell that I was lowered DPS, but however, what I did find was I was taking more damage from the mobs, not just the name mobs and the world bosses, from just your open typical world bosses. So, if you are under gear level when you play this global reboot, please, please, please do not world level increase and just put up and just deal with if they don't bother patching in the EXP increase you get from cutting half or whatever, reduced rate. Don't, just bear with it. You are gonna not have a good time playing Tower Fantasy Classic Reboot if your gear level don't meet the recommendation. You're just gonna get one shot by world bosses, and name mobs are gonna be like taking 1/3 of your HP bars, okay? And you will find your dailies really, really, extremely, extremely hard to beat and play if you don't meet the gear level. Again, as I said, so you're wondering, what about how to get gears then? Okay, let me show you. Let me show you how to get geared. It's, again, go to Ruin. You go to these ruins and you get these gears. It's a simple, if you can, I recommend doing all, if you can, these two levels as soon as possible. As you can clearly see, you do gear reward, and this is gets your whatever the thing that can help you get additional gear score with each level up. So again, remember, if you're in early game, you can't match the world level gearing system, time to grow the ruins. That is how you get early game gear for the people that are in the mid to end game of Tower Fantasy Classic. You do join up. So, with join up, let me show you again. This is join up. Again, it will spin, it will spin, it will spin. Daily, it will be behave like this. However, it will only change join up as of when I play CN Reboot. They will only change this join up every single week. So if every Monday, go check what join up it is. And then for the rest of the Monday to Sunday will be the same join up. And as well as you can see, this you get gold dust, which is very, very, very useful. Which, as you saw in the gold dust shop, you need 120. Oh wow. They actually made it, but at least you don't get the same issue. You are going to need to get. So when you're mid to end game, make sure you remember to do join up for your purple and freaking gold gear. Yes. That is how the TOF Reboot / Global Classic gear system is likely going to work. So, you're wondering, how on earth do you do Matrix? Do you go and do this and go Matrix? Says, no. The CN, here's what I am playing the CN Reboot version. No one does the Matrix. Why? Blue Matrices is kind of useless. So, you wonder, how do you get Matrix EXP and do you just solo them? No. The CN community basically go around, and farm green chests, okay? They just go farm green chests and get EXP that way. Or, I found that as the community, they just go and do world bosses, hopefully. Yay. As you can see, world bosses do. Here's the asperia bosses. All asperia bosses will, the SSR drop will no longer be one specific SSR drop. A matrix drop. It will drop all from the standard banner. Will be able to gone no matter what world boss you pick. However, asperia boss will drop specific matrices. So if you look to mates Robog, what the fuck? Robog again will drop its matrices. However, here's another. If you don't care about what SSR you get, let me go into 9 realm. Hopefully I am, as you can see, the 9 realm bosses, if you don't care about which SSR you get, do 9 realm bosses. As you can see on screen right now, you can get every SSR put in the standard banner pool with domain 9. So again, use keys the way you want to. If you want to hunt for specific SSR, do asperia bosses. If you don't care, go do domain 9 bosses. As well, and as well as, if you have noticed again, when you do matrices, the shop, you buy matrix boxes. Again, this is just like the weapon box, how the weapon shop works. It is server select. Will only refresh per server refresh. However, unlike weapon, it seems to have unlimited. I guess you can, if you're a whale and you really just want all the SSR matrix and you see the matrices you want, go whale hard. Whale lord, please. Go whale. There's your fucking way of how to burn a giant hole in your wallet. go whale the SSR and get your bloody SSR matrices. Which leads to now the final aspect, another aspect I have found, as you have saw, how to spend your energy. What I spend it on, if I need gear, I tend to, do join up and get my daily, and as well as, do weapon EXP. Why? Look at the reward. You getting the reboot gives you both these, and these, which are really critical to leveling up your EXP, as well as for those people that's like, I don't want to farm gem, guess what? You get gems. And a lot of time, you will get these gems. Like this current difficulty 3, the higher difficulty, the more likely you are to get the purple drop. Which, again, this is why my recommendation to all the players that are spending, the energy point. Go spend it on joint top and weapon EXP only. Ignore matrices. Go farm green boxes. That's what the CN community has done. And as well as, again, while we're talking about this, again, challenge mode. Again, here's your critical abyss, here's your whatever. However, as you can see, here's Frontier Clash. Have you noticed? We do not have X2 mode. That's right. In the reboot or the TOF Classic, we are not going to be able, for every charge you get, you are going to have to matchmake. And then so, if I right now want to get rid of all my 2 charges, I can't go click X2 and matchmake. I have to click matchmake twice and hopefully get all the gear I need. Again, this wasn't the same with Void Abyss. If I want to go max out it and matrices or whatever, I am going to have to matchmake twice to get 2 matrix drops, whatever. Again, this will be completely used of I am going to save up all my charges and use it all at once. You can't do that on the reboot. As you can clearly see, we only can take 2 charges. So this means if every single week we get 3 charges, you better, in the middle of the week, when you get 2 charges, start doing them, or else every single week you will be missing out on 1 charge, your 3rd charge, and yeah. Again, this is the CN. Hopefully, again, in the global reboot, they enable the, you can put matchmake once and do all the charges. And for the love of God, Tencent, please just give us fucking 3 charge holders so we can do it at the end of week and not have to be like, do it every time we get a charge, like Monday, Wednesday, and fucking Friday, It's a bit cruel. People sometimes don't have time to do content, these hard content and also if you haven't freaking noticed when I do it, that's right, fucking 7 minutes to do a world boss in even CN Reboot is, as you can see, I am the top 2% of the player base. That's right, it is pretty hardcore. This is Void Abyss and frickin' these Giant and Frontier Clash in Tower Fantasy Classic Reboot is gonna be harder. Well, it's gonna feel harder than your normal class, standard TOF edition. If you enjoy a challenge, maybe go play this. Go play the Tower Fantasy Classic / CN Reboot edition. Which, again, another thing with, as you previously heard, world bosses. World bosses are not you can't just solo them, even asperia. even if you are Mega Whale, you are not going to be able to solo them. You are going to want to get at least a raid party minimum. And even then, you still might fail the war boss, as I have multiple times in CN Reboot, even with world chat, just, registering with tons of players, we still failed world bosses. So this is a true MMO experience where world bosses is no longer I can solo it or I can do this with a small party. You are going to need world chat and the whole crew come in and really beat down the boss if you want to crack the shield and really speed up the bosses. But since this is an MMO and this is gacha, having whales does make the world boss health bar drop faster and faster. That doesn't mean it just magically became more easier. No. It doesn't make the shield shattering. You still need a whole multiple raid groups of people to shatter. As I have found with myself, with me and my crew, we were doing world bosses. We were struggling to do shield cracking until we got other crew members and world chat involved, and then only then we were able to do world bosses. Again, the world bosses in this game is pretty hard. The later the boss is, so like some of the Domain 9 Domain 9 bosses, they are at level 70, 80, 90, and some even at level 100. That player base is no way we are maxed out at level 70. Let me show you why we as players are going to be maxed out at level 70. Come on. Okay, as you can see, world level 60. We now raise it to 70. What's world level 65? That's right. We don't get any more level. What's level 70? That's right. We no longer get world levels, any more character level. All we get is these rewards and extra increase. So I guess if you don't want to do gear level, be a little bit more casual, I guess you stop at world level 60. And that's it, since, we as player base is going to be capped out at level 70. But anyway, I hope this video was very useful in you preparing the global players for the Tower Fantasy Classic Edition that the Tencent has announced. I hope this has, if you do, this is my second channel where I just post whatever content like this that don't really fit on my primary channel. If you want to see me gaming, a lot of time I do it on my main channel as a live stream. So if you want to, hang up and watch me play Tower Fantasy and other games, go subscribe to my main channel and put notification bell so that when I go live, you can go in and, watch me play it live. And my videos, unfortunately, is really not gaming oriented. So if you are like, you really just want to be watching videos of games, unfortunately, I don't really do that a lot. As my main focus is my main channel and the technical analysis. Maybe if I have a little bit more capital to work with, I might do like how to optimize hardware to get the best Tower Fantasy experience, and I'll post it. But yeah, anyway guys, I'll drop the link to my main channel if you want to subscribe to it for my live stream of gameplay. and talk about tougher in gaming. And anyway, that'll be it from me for this Tower Fantasy reboot video, and I'll hopefully, if I see you in my main channel, I'll live stream. I look forward to having you being part of my community.